This is the Padua Podcast Network.
I hope you agree and understand that I've been honest throughout this process. It's very important to me that I be honest with you and forthright on the challenges that I face, whether it's good or bad, no matter how bad it is. Running a Fever, episode 171, back on track. Welcome to the show, Michael Davis here. If you love your life enough to make it last as long as possible, that's my goal too. And I hope you do so. This is a podcast about diet, fitness, and medicine. Not necessarily in that order. And we're all about living a long, healthy, happy life right up to the very end, whether that's 80, 90, or 122. Well, it's a beautiful day in Lake Fayetteville. It's a Sunday morning. The ground is wet. I hear lots of birds chirping. The sky is clear. It's very humid, but it's not warm yet. It was 90 degrees yesterday. We're nearing the end of May. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. This little diet report. I've been doing really well on taking my supplements every day, and that has to fit into my calorie count, which I've also been doing a little better at maintaining. As to where I have to be on that calorie scale in order to lose weight, and I'm sorry folks, I don't have a body fat number. I'm just going by weight at this point, and how my body feels. I know that I'm overweight, over fat, just because of how my body feels, my clothes are fitting tighter, etc. So it's not that I'm gaining muscle. It's pretty obvious when you're 20 pounds. Well, you know, I can't get away from the fact, folks. I'm just going to be honest with you. I could say, do as I do, not as I do as I say, not as I do. But you know, what can I say? I can't blame you if you're looking at the scale. So there you go. And this episode is kind of about that. But today, I've just had, in the last couple of days, I've lost a few pounds, and I've had a very low calorie count. Doesn't seem to go hand in hand, but it feels good because really I've been feeling uncomfortable. I lost 80 pounds last year, and I downsized my wardrobe, and it's interesting now. So I was getting so bigger that I went and opened up the big clothes closet, and I'm in between. I can't wear the size 32. I can't obviously wear the size 42. So it's very uncomfortable right now. Very uncomfortable. I've got the 34 stretchy pants, and that's about all I can wear. So got a couple pair of those. Some are, fit better than others. But we're working on this thing. And I'm going to make a note, hydration section of the diet department. I'm going to make a note of where water fountains are. I know of at least 2. There are probably at least 3, I would think. Maybe 4. I'm just thinking of the various parking lots we have here. There's one at the start and finish at the Botanical Gardens. Oh, there's not one at the old stomping grounds though. But there is one at the next parking lot, I'm pretty sure, because there's a restroom there. And the point is, I don't like to carry stuff around. And I'm always usually carrying my notes for the podcast. So I've got that to deal with. I'm wearing shorts. Pockets are at a premium. I don't necessarily want to wear one of those backpacks with the water. So I'm thinking of places along the road where I can get water if I need it, because the heat is coming on, and there are going to be some days when I probably won't be able to avoid, or I will want to come out during a very warm time. Or it could be just be one of those days when it's 90 degrees at 8 o'clock at night, or 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna do that. The hydration that I had this morning was part of my supplements. I didn't want to have too much water, and I do have some water in the car, of course. For the moment that I get there, I can rehydrate. But sticking to the supplements, and sometimes not much else. A couple of relatively small meals, not having a big dinner usually. It's the kind of caloric intake that I would have maybe for a snack or a lunch. Those are my meals, even at dinner time. Because I've noticed that it's pretty easy, like when I'm working, it's easy to eat light throughout the day, and then I get home and I eat a bigger meal, and then later I, have a snack or something. And the snacks are relatively healthy. Granola, too much honey in it, obviously high calorie, but otherwise healthy. And peanuts are a huge big one. And one of the things I've been doing to help with that is, like yesterday, first of all, I don't keep like a lot around. There are certain things I don't want to run out of, and I keep those around. But for peanuts, because I know it's kind of a weakness, I keep one container of peanuts around, and therefore I might run out before I have to go to the store. As of yesterday, I took my new jar of peanuts and put it on the very top shelf of my pantry to make it just a little bit harder to get to. The granola is also on a high shelf and closed up in a cabinet, so it's not like sitting out where I can see it all the time. So that helps. These are some little things, very little things, but incrementally help me to maintain a healthy caloric intake level. Let's get to the nitty-gritty though. Let's talk about being back on track. I've got some things I want to mention about this today, and it's kind of a quick update. I've been honest with you, I think. I hope you agree and understand that I've been honest throughout this process. I think I've told the truth. I mean, my weight is in the show notes for just about every single episode. My body fat, how much I'm exercising, it's what the show's all about. It's about my journey and helping you through learning from my mistakes, learning from my successes, and therefore it's very important to me that I be honest with you and forthright on the challenges that I face. I don't share everything. There are some lines that I don't cross, but for the most part, when it comes to fitness, diet, and medicine, I provide my own experience. I just talk about whatever's going on, whether it's good or bad, no matter how bad it is. So as you know, I have been struggling. That's not a new story. It's really been going on all year. But today, and this is the day that I wrote these notes, right? I took a different take on what was going on and how I dealt with it. I started the day getting up a little bit later and didn't go to the gym. I've been trying to walk more at work, and I actually, this past week, I was actually working from home all week, and so I wasn't at work, and presents a little challenge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, that presents a challenge because everything is right there. I mean, it's, if I go get a cup of coffee or go to the bathroom, it's a few steps. So it's a lot different than at work when I, every hour I can walk, a quarter mile or something. So I've been using the treadmill more this past week than I have since I got it. So I actually did a video episode from the treadmill not too long ago. So I tried to put some extra steps on by doing that when I couldn't really go out. While I was walking, I thought about, what's the next thing I can do to get back on track? I thought of my daily routine. It turns out that eating some oatmeal was the next thing. At this point, this was a few days ago, and I'm proud to say that it did do something, right? Because I have gotten back on track. But I was at work and just walking around, and it just occurred to me, because there's always that temptation to go extreme. There really is, especially when you've done the yo-yo thing and you're like, wow, how did I gain this weight? I got to get it off quick. And so you're tempted to go extreme and not eat. And I think I had done that for a couple of days, just not eat during the day, and then go home and, wind up eating enough calories to be over my caloric limit at whatever I could take for that day. But I just said, what's the next thing I got to do? And I know what to do. I've been working on this thing for 170 episodes. And this is the 171st that I've been trying to do this thing. And I've figured out a lot of things. I hope you've learned a lot of things from this. So it's not like I don't know what to do, right? So I've got that list in my head. One of them is continuing to eat regular meals. Even when I'm trying to lose weight, I have to eat regular meals. That's part of the formula. I know it works. So I did. I'm like, it's whatever, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and this is the time when I have my oatmeal. So I'm going to go ahead and have it. I'm not going to skip it. I'm going to have it, and it'll be healthy. And so I won't be tempted my next meal, because I'm hungry, to eat something bad. Got the oatmeal, going to go ahead and eat it, so that's what I did. I ate something. A couple hours later, I continued walking, and it's amazing. It's amazing how easy that second step is once you do the first step. And that is the one simple idea that I want to transmit to you through the magic of the internet today. Take the first step. Thank you for listening. If you got the fever, keep it. If you don't have it, go out and catch it. And I'll talk to you next time on Running a Fever.